Hi, I'm Brian, co-founder at FreightSnap. Today I wanted to give you an overview of the FS5000 pallet dimensioner. As you can see, it's going to hang 13 feet above your warehouse floor. We mount it to the ceiling using unistrut that we hang down to the structure and bolts right into the side of the dimensioner. Your other option, if mounting to the ceiling is not available, or you just prefer a floor-mounted structure, we have a freestanding floor-mounted option, or you can mount it to your wall or a vertical pole in your warehouse. From there, the unit itself is capable of measuring a 10-foot by 10-foot area by 96 inches tall. So that's what we would call the measurement zone, and that will need to be kept clear during operation of the unit. In many cases, we like to have this area marked out with either tape, or we do offer a laser zone light that will illuminate the measurement zone on the floor. In the case of this demonstration, you'll see that there is tape on the floor where that measurement zone is, and then the scale itself is positioned in the middle of that zone. The scale will connect directly to the dimensioner via an RS-232 cable to provide weight at the time of the scan. And the dimensioner itself has infrared 3D sensors that are utilized to capture a 3D image of the freight, and then also has two 4K cameras that capture high-resolution photography of the freight at the time of the scan. So once the unit is triggered, within 3 seconds, you'll have the weight, dimensions, and pictures of the freight. So that brings us to triggering the unit. As you can see behind me, there is a monitor that's going to provide you the interface and a status indicator for the unit. In this case, it's at a workstation. So as we trigger the unit, the operator will be looking at using that monitor to know what the unit is currently doing. So there's a couple different options for triggering. The most basic would be hand typing out an identifier into a keyboard, pressing enter. Otherwise, if you have barcoded labels or QR code, you can utilize those and a barcode scanner that's connected to the unit to pass that identifier to the dimensioner. And I'm going to give you an example of that with this paperwork and a barcode here. I'm going to scan the barcode, and you're going to see the indicator change to scanning, and then return the measurement of the item on the scale. So in that short period of time, you got the weight, the dimensions, and the images, and all that will be packaged up and uploaded to the FreightSnap cloud for integration. Your other option is to actually use there's a web trigger built in to the unit itself, and we have a proprietary app will allow you to enter that information, additional fields, take additional pictures with the phone, and trigger the unit and get the dimensions back, all from our app. So it's a really good way to utilize the unit, especially if your team is already carrying handhelds on the dock. The other option with the web trigger is to integrate that directly into your existing software. It is an open API, so you can call directly to the unit from your software or from any of your either internal software or potentially like a TMS or WMS provider if they offer that integration. That's going to bring us to the next point, which would be integrations. And how do you get that data that you now have captured with the dimensioner to your TMS, to your WMS? And we offer multiple services to assist with that. One being our cloud that comes with every unit. So after the scan is completed, the data will upload to our cloud and be available via API or for review in our cloud portal. This is a great way to push and pull information utilizing our cloud into your software, your TMS provider. We also have a lot of pre-built integrations with some of the most popular software providers for the logistics industry. All that comes included with the unit, the storage of those pictures, and the storage of that data and making it available via API. So that brings us to the unit itself and some of its requirements. One being power. This takes a standard outlet mounted near the unit itself. Typically we ask for about 8 feet from the top of the unit or from the workstation. Along with power, the unit itself will need an internet connection that you can provide via an Ethernet drop or Wi-Fi. We like to have that internet connection so that we can provide remote support. Every unit is equipped with a Windows computer. This computer can be supplied either by yourselves as a customer with all of your security software, any settings that you would like, or FreightSnap can provide it with the dimensioner. That computer is how the software to perform the measurements and do the uploads, everything kind of runs the brain of the unit. And this is where our support team would remotely access the unit and be able to make changes, check on status of the different hardware items on the unit, and then typically in 90% of the cases resolve any issues that arise. If any issues do arise that require on-site service, our team will gladly work with someone you have on site. Otherwise, we can contract out with a nationwide network of field techs that can come on your location and repair or replace any parts necessary. The beauty of our unit is that it is modular and there's no proprietary knowledge or parts that are needed to service the unit. So this really limits downtime with the unit, where you can get a part either locally or directly from us, typically overnight, and ensure that your unit is always operational. And with that, every new install comes with a year parts and labor warranty. So rest assured, when you put a unit in, you're going to have outstanding support from FreightSnap and a strong warranty to cover your purchase. So that covers the main aspects of a typical pallet dimensioner install. But as we know with our experience with over 1,000 pallet dimensioners in the field, every project, every install is a little different and has its unique qualities. We pride ourselves in being able to adapt and make our product fit your process to provide you a solution for your dimensioning needs. With that, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out and we'll be happy to discuss your project.